Hey everyone, how's it going? This is my latest marketplace purchase. I actually just got this today. It's a 90cc Chinese style pit bike, semi-automatic 4-speed. Got it for $200 actually. I had it up for 300, talked him down to 200, so it's a pretty spontaneous purchase. Pretty happy with it actually. It's quite clean. Do a little walk around so you can see. Already took the chain guard off. It had a chain guard on it. It's got the heat shield and the exhaust there. Pretty cool. It's got the gold calipers and inside of the gold disc, gold master cylinder. So, gonna do a will it run video. I know it runs, but it only runs on the choke setting. So I think we might have a main jet clogged, so I might take the carb off, give it a rebuild, muck around with it. It runs, but as soon as you hit the throttle, it does bog. So, yeah, we'll tear into it and see what we can do to get it running. Okay. So, fuel valve is here. Put that to on. This does have a key, as you can see. It's got an ignition key, almost like a pit bike, or a pocket bike I should say. Ignition on, fuel on, choke on this side. See how long it takes for a dead cold start. Okay, that was cool. Interesting. So that's with the choke on. Now even when it warms up and I do turn it off, the choke, it does like to just bog. As soon as you tap the throttle, it just dies. So main cause of that usually is a clogged main jet. Checked all the intake, everything's fine, there's nothing blocking it. But what I'm gonna do is tear into that carb. I've already mucked around with the settings. But yeah, that was actually a dead cold start. And did start right away. It took a bit to get going again, but it needs a good tune. But for $200, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I reckon next thing we'll do is try and get that carb off and get right into it. So first issue we have here is fuel leaking out of the float bowl and at the back of the carb here. So usually that indicates a worn float needle, or I'd say a bad float needle. So hopefully if we take that out, have a look, it might be clogged. I still reckon the main is clogged as well. So even with the fuel off, it's still leaking, so that's all the fuel that's left in the bowl. So we'll get to taking that off. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is crack this throttle sleeve up top. It is a bit awkward to get in there with the plastic still on it. And get a grip. There we go. Still leaking fuel. So, let's see how float needle's fucked. Worst comes to worst, the carburetor for these things are so cheap anyway. Next will be the main fuel line. This is where it can get a little bit dirty or messy. Try and tuck that up in the bike somewhere so it doesn't, gravity can hold that up. Alright. That's pretty much it. Now we'll just whack the 2 flange bolts here. And I'd say it's off. Okay, so just these 2 flange bolts. Not very tight. Wouldn't be surprised if someone has been here before me. Of course, they take forever to wind out. One down, one to go. Make sure the exhaust ain't hot. Sorry, my hands are always in the way. Raggedy ass hose clamps. There we go. And it's off. Alright, now carb is off. Got myself a rag just in case any more fuel comes out, like that. Soaks up. You do tend to get high off these fumes. So, alright. Take this air cleaner, or what was left of the air cleaner. So I'll show you guys, this is what's left of the air cleaner. Someone like tried to silicone it back on and didn't really work, so just take this off, just to give us more room to work with. Okay. Carb doesn't look that bad. His bike was running pretty regularly, so. There's choke. It's all working good. That's another thing, this problem this bike has is it only runs with the choke, which makes me believe that it is a stuck needle or something. So, just flip it over and take this float bowl off, eh? Get a better screwdriver, this one's shit. I got my trusty agree machine. Now the float's opening, all the fuel's coming out. Okay. Float gasket. Yeah. Everything looks fine. Alright. Oh, start taking the jets out. I'll take the big one out first. Okay. this would be the main. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I cannot see through that. You should be seeing daylight through that, which is usually a clogged primary is a big issue with the problem that I'm having. So we'll give that a clean. Now I'll try and get this secondary out. And now that I see it, there is actually a bit of, I'll try and get it on camera, there's a bit of crap built up just here. Try and get it off. I don't want it to clog that hole up. There's actually a bit of shit in here, so I think it's gotten crap in here. And with that filter being half-assed put on there, I reckon it's fallen off and sucked up some shit. So let's get this secondary jet out and yeah, that one's not looking pretty happy either. So I'm going to give them a good clean and probably use some CRC first, something penetrative, and then hit it with the air gun. Try to get them to free up. A lot of people, what they do is actually drill these out to a slightly larger bore. Helps them run a bit better. Because they're so restrictive, they're so easily to clog. So yeah, we'll give them a clean and come back. Okay, so I got the air compressor out before and just blew through these needles. Now, this is the main jet here. This one I can actually see through now. Before I couldn't see through it. I don't know if the camera will pick light up on the other side, but I blew some air through it. I was a bit hesitant to go through and then it finally went phew, so that's that. I took the float off. Now, one thing I noticed is the float was coming down and getting stuck to go back up again. So the little float needle here was getting stuck in its little bore, so I had to clean that out a bit. So hopefully that frees that up just a little bit so it's got more movement, so the float can move freely. I reckon that was the reason why we were sticking, or the fuel was pissing out of the carb. So what I'm going to do is actually start putting this all back together and try run the bike, see if we've got any improvements. Okay, start with the float. Can be very fiddly, especially when you're trying to do it on camera. Now we just got to put the float pin in. Alright, let's see if that moves freely. Okay, that's good. Good sign. Not bad, good sign. Okay. That's in. We start putting the jets back in. Now I did compress air all around inside of there. There was a lot of crap built up in there, so I'll put the smaller one in first. And the large one, the main. And just snug these up. Thanks, birdie. Cool. Now we'll just sit the gasket back in. A little bit dirty. Sit that back on the bowl. Trying to get it to seat correctly. Last thing we want is leaking fuel and putting this thing back together. So I'm just going to go over this again. and tighten that. Alright, I think next is to put the float on. I'm just going to double check everything. See the bulk sort of hangs down now, which is good. So according to like that, and then we'll put sorry if I get out of frame a few times because I'm just focusing on getting everything right. I mean, they're such simple carburetors to work on, you know, if something does go wrong, it's so easy to pull apart. We just want the float to move freely. And we'll know if we've done anything right if we turn the fuel on and nothing leaks out of the overflow. I've just realised that this fuel line here is split, so I'm gonna have to shorten that line that went on it. Cool, so choke. Oh, I hope that's done something. So we're going to whack it back on the bike and pray to God. Alright, so I'll put that overflow line back on. This is pretty dry rotted, so I think I might have to get another line. I might have some spare actually lying around, so. Okay, that's on. Now I'll get the gasket, or leg gasket, like that. Screw into the car. Once you get one started, it's a little bit easier to get the other started. That fuel line's popped back out because it wants to leak all over me, thank you. Okay, just stand up for this one. Now they're both started. This is good. Now we'll get my 8mm, start running them in. There's still a bit more to go, so I'll do it all by hand first until they decide to tighten up. Okay, so next thing is just this throttle sleeve. Now this is pretty vital. You want to make sure the needle seats correctly, and the sleeve itself will seat properly as well. So just rotate it a bit until it drops in there, and it'll drop again, and you know it's in. Push down on the spring. Like so, and just test the throttle. So we've got no throttle, so I'll take it out and reseat it. Okay. Hose clamp was not being fun to work with. Sounds like another fucking pit bike in the background, but it's fucking mower or something. And then the air cleaner literally just pops on like that. Okay. So I guess we can turn the fuel on, prime it, see how we go. Okay, now we're going to hit it and see if anything we've done is worthwhile. And that's the choke off. Needs a bit of muffler. Cool, I'd call that a success. Now I am a bit suspicious about that float still sticking. So what I'm going to do is, it's only like 19 bucks on eBay for another carburetor for this, so I'll probably buy another carb just on the side, because this one had a little bit of wear on that needle on the float. So just to stop it from happening again, I'm more than happy to buy another carb, put it on there, fine tune it a bit, and then yeah, this thing should run forever. So pretty good purchase, I reckon. Just a bit of mucking around, and you know, I checked all the oil and everything's good. Chrome little dipstick there. Yeah, brakes work perfect, all the gears work perfect. I'll do another video of riding it. I've also got a 450, so I'll get a couple of videos of riding them. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. So I'll probably do another video, like I said, of riding it. And hope to have a bit of fun with this thing. You know, pretty cheap bike, and 200 bucks, and a lot of fun. So I hope you all enjoyed hanging out for me, doing a bit of mucking around on shit heaps. I hope to see you next time. Bye.